hope that in time we will be able to rebuild our order. All our thanks go with you, my friend.
Yeah, I tested. I broke someone's save with that because 500 rats became thousands. Yeah, see, like, I don't mind the concept of having, like, some integrations and stuff like that. But if it's at risk of my game save and stuff, you got a full skull, by the way, then, like, I won't tend to get them and stuff. Like, I don't know. There's been, the ones where people can kind of like command a person, and make him go off and do a task if you need a certain task done, right? Like, part of the reason why I don't have that is because I could just see, instead of having like 50 different people doing like, I don't know, a little this, a little that kind of thing, I could see like 150 people going off and doing like one fucking thing. Also, like, I can't imagine it being like a full 150 or whatever, because like, I would imagine that would actually require like that many people actually watching and interacting and stuff. That's not a bad Dirk. It's a very fast attack speed. I just don't use them. I will hydrate. Whoa, shit, I went for a loop then.
Greetings.
What happened? I get all this sold. That repaired. I'm still sitting up straight. Don't you fucking worry about it. So I said before, I'm like, my back's in knots. I'll have a drink while I listen.
And Dariel's death brings about renewed life for us all. We mourn the loss of our dear sisters, but at least now we can get on with our lives. I may have misjudged you, Outlander. You are a true hero, and testament to the noble spirit which has inspired our order for generations. Farewell, my friend.
I was watching this chicken, and I'm like, that thing's about to fucking Kentucky fry itself. Alright, I got her back. She's now over 1,000. When I go to New Land, I'll lose her, because that's what basically happens. So I just got to make sure I've talked to everybody. This is a slaughter. I think that was before it. She didn't have gossip when I turned up. I don't think Geed has anything to talk to me about. Oh my god, Rin. Alright, I'm going to have to go back down there too. I think I've spoken to everybody at the moment. I don't like this combo. Look, I think the first one's a little bit weird to begin with, to be fair. Alright, there could be loot also up the back here. I haven't fully looted in Dariel's lair. Oh, there's still monsters. Yeah, the first one's just a bit weird. Mind you, I've seen some emotes so far, and I'm like, what the fuck is that based off of? I don't know. Everybody can make their own emotes, essentially. Like, the thing that I find funny is, like, I don't have any more emote slots at the moment, but I've got, like, a fuck ton of animated ones, and I can barely make them. Like, I make them a little bit at a time. They're usually a novelty bowed out of, like, I don't know, a joke that I'm doing at the time. But yeah, as for, like, the emote slots and stuff, I don't have any of those. This is the old... Yeah, I never even really considered that to be a seat, to be fair. Because I could never figure out where the fuck she actually sat on that. But yeah, now. Also, I didn't realize there was so many bats in here until this. But yeah, that's a lot wider than the old one kind of looked like. Also, the music changes, I noticed when I changed it over, just in case you guys hadn't. I'm happy I get emotes in streams I forgot existed. Oh. So, like... You visit people and you've got, like, emotes from them. Oh, yeah, that did stay there. That's fine. What the hell is that? What is that emote? That's sad dodge. I can barely even see what that is. Yeah, what's his name? Warwick?
Good
Whatever.
to see you.
Wants to travel. That one's fine. That one's unidentified. That free subs. Ah, yeah. Yeah, no, pretty much all the subs that I have to people are gifted to me. Like, I literally just not in a position where I can, like, help support other streamers financially. It's more of a, like, if I can be there and I can watch them and, like, you know, chat and stuff, that's kind of it. Like, my time more than anything. The Triantha. Yeah, Doru's one. That was the emotes that fucking Grim came in with earlier, except worse. Alright, Warv.
The caravan is prepared. We may now journey eastward to Loot Golain.
Yeah, alright, let's go east. We're pretty much done here. This should be a cinematic.
We traveled east, over the mountains and into the vast deserts of broken lands. As the days passed, my companion told me of himself, that he had once been a great warrior, and that a dark and secret burden now weighed heavily upon him. We traveled for an eternity across that barren wasteland. How long? I couldn't say. And always, a dark cloud seemed to follow us just over the horizon. Finally, the journey ended. We climbed the last bridge. There below us lay our destination. The shining jewel, Loot Lane, with a great sea beyond. We made camp that last night. Perhaps it was the warm desert wind or the sound of the ocean, but for the first time in many weeks, I slept. However, the dreams returned, but these were clearly not my own. I beheld a vision of a great man, the mage, Talrasha. You were there too, Tyrael. I remember seeing you in my dream. His brethren had courted a great demon, Baal, Lord of Destruction, who had been set loose upon the world. They attempted to imprison the demon within a sacred stone. Yet when their attempts failed, Talrasha selflessly volunteered to contain the demon within himself, completing the prison. He instructed his brethren to bind him within a tomb, buried under the sand, there to wrestle with the demon for all eternity.
Now you know what I seek, Marius. This is my brother. Sleep now. We set out with the dawn.
The next morning, we walked over the hill toward Loot Golain. I had no idea then of the horrors that were in store for me there.
I'm pretty sure it's still going. Just taking a moment.
Hello.
Oh man. Luke Golain. Yeah, Triantha, that licking dough and my prawn emote was what Grim did before he yeeted out of here. Just for context. So yeah, the cinematic looked awesome, and it's been a while since I've been a Luke Golain in either form. I don't know if it's gonna let me. Yeah.
Hello.
Hey man.
Greetings, honored traveler. I am Jaren, Lord of Loot Golain, and I bid you welcome to my fair port city. I'm glad to know that once again, caravans are free to travel through the Western Pass. For some time now, we have been under siege by an evil power that I cannot identify. Strange, it all began when a dark wanderer came this way, looking for the tomb of Talrasha. No one knows exactly where Talrasha, keeper of Baal, is entombed, but it is certain to be far out in the desert. Now my people whisper tales of the dead rising from their tombs, and horrible creatures lurking amongst the moonlit dunes. Even I have witnessed things which I cannot explain. I've ordered the port closed and all trade ships moored until I am sure that my city is safe. Atma, the tavern keeper, has an important mission for you. Go see her immediately. You'll find her on the other side of town. Now I must return to the palace. I apologize, but I can't invite you in. Things are rather a mess right now.
I do think it's really cool, though, that back in these kind of era of games, when you completed Act 1 and you went to Act 2, you literally you traveled to a whole different town. It was like a pinnacle of, you completed this, here's a new land and a new place and stuff like that. Unlike with all the other newer games where it's like, literally all 5 acts are in the same fucking location. They're just a little bit further out on the map. Like, that is something I did not enjoy with Diablo 4, was just, am I in Act 1? Am I in Act 2? There was no defining part. Like, if you asked me to define where in Diablo 4 Act 1 and Act 2 start to finish it kind of thing, I couldn't fucking tell you. I literally wouldn't know. But if you asked me for Diablo 2, it's clearly when you travel to the east and you arrive at Luke Lane. Like, and again, Act 3 is what the I can't fucking remember the name of the town right now. I have the biggest problems with that town. It starts with a K. I can't remember it. But again, when you get to that, like, wetlands place. So I've got your introduction. Let's hear about stuff that's going on.
Even though he was once a bandit, I permitted Elzix to take over the Desert Rain Inn. He has been quite civilized ever since. For trade in magic and the like, see Drognin or Lysander. Drognin is the wisest man I know, without equal in magic and ancient lore. Poor Lysander is nearly deaf, but he's a reliable potion chemist. For travel back west, see Wariv, whom you already know. Our own Farah is a fine and honest armorer, and she can heal wounds as well. Elzix is the innkeeper, and may also have some items to trade. Grays, the mercenary captain I hired to secure the gates of Lut Gholein, keeps order in town as well. There are others here too. I'm sure you'll meet most of them. Just look around.
I do like that it kind of like tells you a little bit about the town. So, like, the other thing too is this is all like upgraded graphics and stuff. So, like, as much as I like know most of the place, I also like stepping on these like little fucking scarabby things too when you can. But I like the fact that you can get around behind buildings and all sorts of stuff. I also like the fact that this itself is like its own big place. You, Elizix.
You look like a sturdy adventurer. You know, I used to be quite the scoundrel in my day. I led the fiercest group of bandits who ever terrorized these sands. Nowadays, I run this here inn and pretty much stay out of trouble. My days of adventuring are behind me.
Hey Tusi, welcome in. They did a great job with the visuals and D2R. They brought it into next gen while maintaining the OG5. Yeah, I definitely enjoyed that. Also, whenever they're talking and dialogue and stuff's running, I'll like reply to you after it and stuff. But like, I grew up playing this, so like, it doesn't matter if it looks like this or if it's the newer stuff. Like, both are good to me. I just figured, like, as much as I love Diablo, I am also playing this online. So,
what you need?
Like, there's a fair chance that people enjoyed, like, the, what do you call it? Resurrected graphics and stuff too. But, yeah, I like that they haven't changed too much. Like, they haven't changed anything in a way that kind of forces you to play in the new sort of form kind of thing. It just kind of stayed old and wholesome in a sense.
That Lysander's a grumpy old cuss. You'd better not disturb him while he's working on his potions, or boom, you could get blasted to the moon.
Alright. Yeah, they're not going to have much graphics. Oh, wow. The walls are red. Were they always red? Yeah, well, I guess they always were red. I just kind of remember them being more like a sandy color. That looks awesome, though. Alright, hey mate.
I bet you wonder how this town manages to stay safe with all the trouble going on out in the desert. Well, I can tell you that it's got nothing to do with the local town guards. They're all in the palace for some reason. Jaren hired me and my mercenaries to help keep the peace around here. We're not cheap, but we're the best this wasteland has to offer.
Yeah, so basically when she dies, I'm pretty sure I get a chance to resurrect her again, or alternatively, I can hire whoever they have, which interestingly enough will kind of probably work better here. But I normally do kind of upgrade and move forwards with whoever the new townspeople are, although for one playthrough, I did try to keep her for as long as I could. I got her to like the wetlands area, and then she just kept dying immediately. It just didn't matter. There's also a trapdoor there too. Let's see what you've got to say.
The chief has sailed all around the southern seas and visited many strange lands. Must be driving him mad having to stay anchored here.
I do like the fact that even across the waters... Can I open this? Oh yeah, I can. Shit, fuck, leave that alone. Yeah, I like the fact that like it's supposedly even out into the waters is dangerous and stuff. Hey man.
I've heard that you are responsible for banishing Andariel back to the burning hells. I'm impressed, stranger. That couldn't have been easy. My name is Drognan, and I know what you're up against, my friend. You ought to look over my inventory of items for trade.
You got to trade. Basically the same stuff as the other place, right? My only complaint would be that the OG switched to classic graphics and not Diablo 2 Lord of Destruction. Just a small nitpick. I grew up with Diablo 2 Lord of Destruction and kind of sad I can't see the same visuals anymore. But I've still got Lord of Destruction. I've still got the original game. So like I can load it up and like tap into that whenever I feel like it. It's just that like I think what they kind of tried to do with was like I don't mind swapping over because I've played both. I've played basic, you know, the straight through as it was, like this kind of thing. I've played Lords of Destruction. I'm now playing this. I need to find a copy for myself. Mine's still the original. Mine's still the very first one I ever loaded onto my computer. It's come with me through a lot of PCs over the years. But yeah, like I'm glad that I've got it. But at the same time, like I don't like to like bust it out and play on it that much because the last thing I want to do is fucking break it on a new fucking computer and not be able to play it again. So I try to limit that. But let's see, armor.
I don't expect this of you, but if you want to help me, I would be grateful. In the sewers below our city, there lurks a horrid creature that hungers for human flesh. The creature has killed many, including my son and my husband. If you destroy it, I will reward you. Please, be careful, though. That beast has taken enough from us already. The sewer entrance is through the trapdoor, just up the street.
I love the fact that the danger is like literally below their feet. As in like, this town is like only barely safe by what hasn't surfaced into it. It's fantastic. I sort of want to hear about both. I think that's what I just heard was Rediment's lair.
The creature makes its lair.
Yeah, that's what I just heard.
In addition to my public house, there used to be several brothels doing business here. When the troubles first started in the desert, the Harem Guild sought sanctuary within the palace. Of course, Jaren was glad to oblige. I'll bet they're finding many ways to repay him for his protection.
So what else do? You don't have anything else. It's just this inn. I do like how this looks. This looks more like some of the newer ones, but if you take it back to this, and it just looks dingy as fuck, and it's fantastic. Yeah. I don't know. I enjoy a lot of, like, what the old game had and stuff. Like, I don't know. Even upgraded graphics and stuff like that. I'll still sometimes switch over and just be like, oh, fuck yeah, that looks amazing.
Greetings, Amazon. I haven't seen one of your kind in many years. It's good to know that warriors of your caliber are protecting this city. I'm Mashif, captain of this ship here. I make port runs around the Twin Seas and occasionally out to Kingsport in Westmarch. I haven't sailed anywhere lately, though. Jaren has ordered me to stay docked here in case of emergency.
Oh, so that's why. It's for emergency purposes, not actually because of, like, evil out in the waters. I thought there was, like, evil out in the waters. This first character on Diablo 2 Resurrected. Yeah, it's my first playthrough of the Diablo 2 Resurrected. I've literally played, I don't know how many fucking years of the main Diablo 2 one, but it's been a little while since I've played it, so I thought since I've got the Resurrected one, and I just did Diablo 4 playthrough, and I couldn't stop talking about Diablo 2. Like, I couldn't stop comparing Diablo 4 to Diablo 2. I'm like, I might as well just fucking play Diablo 2. So I thought I'd just jump in and give it a go. And it's been nice. It's been a lot of nostalgia, a lot of like, I'm just enjoying it, you know? It's going to probably play through as, like, I've got a traditional character that I do on every first run of the game. So I always have an Amazon called Kelly, and she's always my first character. And then I'll have a second character that'll be a sorceress. So I'll likely play through both. I'll see how that goes. Like, I may not do them back to back. I might maybe take a break between that and play a different game or something like that. But, like, yeah, I'll be playing this pretty much every Thursday at the moment, and yeah, it's kind of nice. Nice little like nostalgia tap, you know, in the week and stuff. Because like I do have other games that are like in amongst like the 20-30 year old age mark kind of thing, from, you know, Warcraft and other games like that, Age of Empires and stuff, which I tend to normally slot into like my random game night on Wednesdays. But Diablo is actually like a series, so I wanted to actually consistently play it from week to week.
The Lady Farah has a proud, noble air about her.
I could have probably ascertained that information myself. Alright. I'm pretty sure you gave me the introduction, so maybe this is separate.
There are 2 entrances to the sewers, I believe. One of them is right near here, down by the water beneath the docks. I can see it from my ship, and you can bet I keep an eye on it every night.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I'm like, there is an entryway just down here too. So you can only talk to him when you want to kind of go, what do you call it, east and stuff. But there's somewhere, where is it? It's down here. Yeah, this was one of those things where when I was first playing, I love all the dust kicking up too. So when we were first playing this, basically, I think my brother came across the one here and I came across the one up in town. And I'm like, oh, it's got to be for different sewers. No, they connect. They 100% connect. All right, and you're going to hang around here because just in case I want to go home, but I don't.
Now that Andariel is dead, I can return and outfit the rogues properly. Once I've made some trades here, I'll be free to head back to their monastery. Let me know if you want to travel along.
So cool thing is, if you do go back, if you actually do want to go back with him, the previous place is like, I'm pretty sure a bit brighter, generally speaking. I think you can also get up into this castle place too, the palace. I know. I do stop you.
Pass.
Oh yeah, we used to love sitting here for no apparent reason.
You may not pass.
Just doing this non-stop.
pass.
Like, you can also try to like barge past them. You physically can't get in there, but yeah, it doesn't. I don't know. It brings me amusement to like have him sit there saying you can't pass, and it's like, fucking watch me, mate. Yeah, apparently you can't pass. I don't know if you guys caught that or not, but it was a little hard to catch in amongst that.
How do I know I can trust you? You may be as shifty as that pack rat Elzix who runs the inn. But if you need a potion, though, I suppose I can make you one. For a price, of course.
So which one was supposed to be deaf as shit? Was it the Dragna? Because I always remember one of them used to walk up to and they'd not have heard you, kind of thing, when you approach them, and I just can't remember which one it is. But I actually heard it when the Jareth, or whatever his name was giving us like the intro there. He was like, one of them's like pretty deaf. I'm like, that actually explains some things.
I know much about the ancient religions. I was trained as a paladin of Zakarum in the Eastern Kuras Temple many years ago.
Oh man, there's some reference to the fucking Zakarum and Kuras. Kuras, that's it. Fucking hell. Look, I knew I'd get there eventually. I just can never fucking remember what it's called off the top of my head every single time. It's like it's there and my brain knows it's there, and then it promptly just fucking throws it in the bin and goes, yeah, you don't want that information. But they do have bigger belts and shit now, and I've only got like, oh, it's not a bad belt, honestly. I'll upgrade with my shit in a little bit, I think. I did spend a little bit of time getting like a half-decent bow. We got Find Radman's Lair and Luke Olane's sewers. I also like going outside, so there's also like as with like the first area with the rogue encampment, you kind of get those like little spitty, you call them the quill things, right? And out in like the desert area, there's this like big panther people type things. They're pretty cool too. Like, I don't know what it is about both of them, but I just like the sounds that they make. Like, I don't know. Like I said, the quill beasts and stuff are just fucking adorable. Don't ask me how. That's just, I don't know. Young me thought they were adorable and they've never been not adorable since. What do we got in here? We got like dried corpses and stuff. Alright. I also like the fact that we should end up getting a little bit of a difference in here, and this is where poison starts coming in too. I knew that there was a reason why I eventually like moved on to poison. And burning dead archers and stuff. Give me your bow, mate. I'm going to sit back around here. And what are we up to? We've got them all into 39 except for that one, so that'll be up to... I'm also well aware how to do stats and stuff, but I'm doing a thing. So it's going to be like that for now. Let's see. As for this, what do we want? I do kind of want to upgrade my passive skills a little bit. I wouldn't mind slowing missiles. I think this is about where I normally do that. So I'm basically trying to kind of... I don't know. I kind of have like a traditional run through on my character. First time I play her on every playthrough. And that is that all those stats... Oh man, these guys, the Sand Raider people, they look fucking mad. They remind me of Mortal Kombat. I'm getting on the edge there. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind for pure boson. What? Boson? What? I'm guessing you mean like Bow Amazon? Yeah, no, I don't play with crossbow. I don't play with crossbow, and also I'm well aware that in the stats, wherever the fuck those went. Where are you? Give me a sec. Let me get back there. I kill these guys first. Yeah, no, she can't use that, but I can. Where's my thing? Character? Yeah, that. Yeah, so when I'm doing this, I'm well aware that dexterity and shit like that helps with, like, you know, a bow person and stuff. I'm well aware of it. It's just that for my first character in Diablo, basically because I started playing this when I was a child, right? So I kind of, like, had this fun thing when I was a kid, part of my OCD kind of thing, where I just put one stat into each, except that, of course, it gives you 5 stats. So then I have to put an extra one into an extra slot. And then when I get my next level, I put them all down, then the next one down into the next one, and so on and so forth, until you get 4 levels and it's all equal again. So that's how basically my first character will go through. And I'm well aware that it's going to cause some people some physical pain to visually watch that happen. And also that it's probably going to not make her the strongest character, because obviously you kind of want more dexterity and shit like that in like somebody using archery. But I really don't care. I'm going to do my thing. And that's basically how traditionally she'll always be the first character. I do go through it every so often and, like, I don't know, mention what I'm doing with her. Just not that often. Oh yeah.
I need mana.
Yeah, I do need mana. I tried to send it to my helper before and that wasn't going to fucking help me. Mind you, I was strong enough